Welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't uploaded in a long time, but today I am going to do a man's facial, and he's also in a body wrap, so I will include pictures and video of that. So yeah, come along. So I always start out my body wrap by laying this down on my table, usually with nothing under it. Today I did have something under there. Then I'm just dry brushing. It's just really for comfort. I left a sheet under there, but normally I don't put anything under there because the mud gets pretty dirty. The mud gets everywhere if you don't watch it. You have to really be careful with the full body treatments. But this is what I sell in my spa as a total body rejuvenation. So now I'm just, after dry brushing the entire body to the level of their comfort, obviously avoiding certain areas. But then I go ahead and paint on the clay, the mud, the detox Sedona. This is just like if you had a hot springs mud bath. So now they're wrapped up. He's wrapped up. He's very comfortable. They are kind of cold when you first apply it. So if you could heat up your product, that helps a lot. Turn on your steamer, turn on the heater, whatever you can to make your client comfortable. And then you wrap them up like a burrito. And he's very comfortable. They usually fall asleep during this time. And then we get started on the facial. So as you see, my client's skin is super clear. He's been coming to me for a while, but he's never really had issues with his skin. I do some slight extractions that you'll see later, but his skin is pretty flawless. I have a lot of clients where their skin is just flawless. And so you can also see here that my client's skin was a little dehydrated. They were a little dehydrated. Not so much that they had dry skin, but that they just needed to drink more water because they were absorbing the entire product. So as you'll see, I'm just adding more products as I go because the initial cleanse was being absorbed. And that just means that your client needs to drink more water. And this first cleanse that I'm using is the Skin Script Green Tea. I love that. I think I start off a lot of my clients with that just because it's my favorite. But it also works on a lot of different skin types and it's gentle. So I'm using all gentle products, all the most gentle products that I have with him today because his skin is flawless. There's no reason to use anything extra with him. So this is the same product. As you see, I'm just trying to get enough moisture so I'm not pulling his skin, and I can pay good attention to his beard and everything. You want to make sure their skin is moisturized enough so you're never pulling it. You're just gliding. And so I just keep adding water to the product to emulsify, mainly because his skin is soaking up all the water. But that's fine. It could be fixed by just drinking more water. And yes, I am going to talk you through this video because I am playing Andre 3000 in the background. So I wanted to make sure that I'm not getting copywritten. And I actually didn't think about that when I was recording, but it's all good. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really make a big difference. So I just turned on my steam just to help me a little bit. It actually was on, but I just added the ozone so I could get help with the moisture to get this facial going. And if you are not aware, the ozone feature is antibacterial. So you don't always have to use the ozone. It just depends on the client. It's not going to necessarily hurt the client, but if you don't need it, you just don't need it. And with the regular steam, you actually can't see that, but you can see once I turned on the ozone. And now we're gliding. Finally, we're moving along and we're able to cleanse the skin. So a lot of estheticians, or even just what we're taught, is to start with the eye and lip cleanse. I actually don't do that. Depending on who my client is, I might start with gloves and just get the first two cleanses out the way. Once I'm working with a clean surface, now I'll do the eye and lip cleanse. You'll see that coming up here shortly. And during this process, I wrap my client first, and then only for the total body treatment. As you see, my hot towel warmer gets so hot. It's pretty dope. I actually got it on Amazon, but it gets really hot. Those towels always have to cool first. But yeah, um he is wrapped. So I wrap them and then I do their facial, and then I will, maybe while that mask is sitting, I'll remove the products off of their body. And I'm basically just pulling one limb out at a time to remove the products with a hot towel. So, for example, I'll remove the right leg. I'll put a hot towel down over that leg, press some slight compressions, and then I'll remove that leg. Once that leg is dry, I moisturize it, and then I move on to the next. And the entire time, I'm pulling the foil so that it's not getting in the way and it's keeping my sheets or bed clean. Only because I've done this so many times, I do have a sheet there. In the beginning, I wouldn't put a sheet there because it would get too messy, but now I've pretty much figured out how to keep my linens clean, even though obviously the linens get washed after every client, but it's so that they're not being stained or muddy because this is a detox mud. And the second cleanser that I'm using here is a pomegranate cleanser skin script, which, if you know skin script pomegranate, it doesn't really emulsify and get sudsy, but it does feel really nice on their skin. It's more like a lotion. That's what it feels like. In school, I struggled with that for a minute because I couldn't figure out why it would not emulsify, and that's just what the product is, but it's still one of my favorite products. One thing that I love about having my own company is that I create my protocol and what order I do things, and how I give facials, whatever I want to do. So now I'm done with the second cleanse. I was trying to show you that the towel was very steamy. A lot of my clients love the steam from the towel, but you always want to check with your client and just make sure that they're comfortable. You can't hear me on here, but every time I put a towel on him, I ask him, is this okay, before I lay it down. Most people say yes. It's very rare that people say no. People like those hot towels on their face, but I always just double check. And then, as you see, I leave space for them to breathe. And usually my clients are talking, and you are like their therapist. They are telling you everything that's going on in their life, and it's pretty cool. I think it's really dope. That's the term SD bestie, because we hear it all. I think I know all of my clients' personal business, and they have entrusted me with that. So I think that's pretty cool. They're relaxing. If they're not asleep, they are usually talking and, yeah, as you see, and telling me about their life and what's going on. So I'm just paying special attention to his beard. Anytime you see that, they have, obviously you'll see they have a beard, but you want to just pay special attention to it because it holds soap. You want to make sure you get in there. Some SDs like to use a spray bottle. I've never done that. I just like the hands-on approach. And then I do give all of my clients a quick ear massage. I feel like the ears are neglected, and that actually comes from a totally different company does that as well. But I do that, and it's something that I learned and I loved it, and I was like, this is pretty cool. So I kept it with me. Then obviously, if your client has earrings and stuff like that in, you want to make sure you're not pressing on them. It's usually pretty easy to do this with men. And so I just put those eye covers on. This is a Breathe. I can't think of the name of it. But it's Breathe something from doTERRA. I have the whole doTERRA collection. I use all the essential oils in spa. And so what I'm doing now is I'm just putting it on my hands. I want to make sure he's relaxed. Now, sometimes I will do this treatment when they first come in, and I'm just asking them to inhale. If they had to rush to get to me, or you could just feel their energy is a little bit off, or they have a lot on their mind, or they're like shaky or uncomfortable, I'll do this treatment first. And it's not always this one. Sometimes I do peppermint. It just depends. I have a bunch of different essential oils that I'll ask them to breathe in just to kind of relax. And I am also a breath work teacher, so sometimes in Reiki as well, but sometimes I'll do some small breath work with them just to get them comfortable and help them transition from, traffic and outdoors to now you are in my spa. And sometimes this is your first time meeting me, so that could be a little uncomfortable. But yeah, the breath work usually works right away, and then breathing the essential oils. And then, like I said with him, how I decided to do the mouth and the lip and eye cleanse. And you do things in the order that you're comfortable, and it just depends on each client. Every client is different. Just like when you're raising children, everyone needs different things. Everyone has different personalities. And so, yeah, this is the way we're doing this today. So now that those two cleanses are out the way, we are doing enzyme. This is the coconut papaya enzyme, which is the least potent enzyme that I have. And anything that he has in his skin is going to fall out. But, this enzyme just helps it get there. But it is a very light enzyme. And I love the smell of all the Skin Script products. This is why I use them. Once again, if you watch any of my other videos, you'll know that, because I talk about the smell of the Skin Script products. But yeah, I'm just going to apply this enzyme everywhere. I usually avoid the beard, not because it's an issue, but it's just hard to get down in there. But I'll go over it. It's fine. But at the end of the day, I usually avoid that. And as you see, I just dropped a little piece on there. We're just going to add that to him here. He is so relaxed and comfortable. As you see, he's literally like smiling through the whole through the whole facial. I think the only time he was uncomfortable is when I was putting the mask on. The Sedona mask on his body, because there's a slight moment where like it's cold and that's just what it is, and you're not wrapped up yet. So you just want to move quickly. This is one of my favorite treatments, and the reason why I decided to add this to my spa is because when I was in school, we would do this, and we would do like the paraffin on your feet, the body wrap, and the facial, and I was in love. I actually got really spoiled. Once you become an esthetician and you don't get that type of treatment anymore, you have to do like trades with other estheticians, or just you don't get that type of treatment anymore. So, take advantage of that if you're still in school, obviously, because it does pamper you, it does spoil you. And now I am super neglected. Now I'm like, can I please get a facial? So yeah, I'm just gonna let that enzyme sit, and I'm going to go ahead and give his feet some attention. So I sanitize, I wrap them in a warm towel, and I'm using this oatmeal moisturizer. And obviously I put gloves on, and I don't mind doing the foot massage. A lot of estheticians are not okay with feet, and I understand, like, that's fine. I don't have a problem with feet. I have gloves on. I sanitize their feet before I do anything. And also, this is where your tips are, okay? If you can imagine your whole body being treated and your feet are neglected, like, that would hurt. So yeah, I don't mind the feet. I add that to my treatment. I also do the arms as well. And I give them, a lot of attention. But as you see, I had both of the feet wrapped. Once I started on the other, I just wrapped the towel around the other foot and start on this foot. And then I'll remove that one. But yeah, I'm just giving the foot a good massage. Everyone works so hard. They're on their feet. When they come to your spa for relaxation, that's what they want. So you can obviously choose to not touch feet if you want to, but as an esthetician, I don't mind treating the skin on your feet. And actually, I want to get to the point where I actually don't have plumbing here. So I do have a sink, but that's a portable sink. But when I move to a bigger space, I would like to do scalp treatments. And as an esthetician, we can do that as long as it's treating the skin and not the hair. You would need to be a cosmetologist for that. So yeah, I just removed that. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply some moisture to this foot. And you can't see, but I put that other foot under the foil. The foil is like a really, it's a blanket. You know, if you were outside, you can use that as a blanket. So it's keeping his other foot warm. You know, it just came out of a warm towel. It has moisture on it. Just always keep your clients in mind, how they feel or what they may be feeling. If you could avoid them having to say, "Hey, this is uncomfortable," or "Hey, this is cold," then that's going to help with your tips as well. And I just wanted to show you the feng shui in here and the lights and the music playing. Now we're listening to Andre 3000, which is what I listen to a lot anyway in spa. It's his spa. It's his most recent album. But I do sometimes ask my clients what they want to hear. I don't do it too often because I don't want to spend an hour and a half listening to something that is just uncomfortable for me. I'm the one working as well. So if, I don't know what they want off top, then I'll just go ahead and play spa music or something calm like Shanae Aiko. And I'm doing a quick extraction. As you see, that enzyme pulled everything out, and all I have to do is just some light pressure. And depending on your client, sometimes people don't even want the extraction because they're here to relax and they don't want to be uncomfortable. I always try to make sure I do get an extraction in regardless, even if it's just lightweight, just to make sure that skin is refreshed and clear and there's no anything is clogged or bacteria or anything like that. They may have flawless skin and, next week they may not, depending on their diet or, what type of products they're using on their face. And actually, a lot of black men, a lot of African American men have really good skin. From my experience, what I've been, experienced too at my spa, usually when they come in, there's no issues with their skin, or there might be slight issues with their skin. So this is the strawberry spearmint mask. This reminds me of Valentine's Day candy. It smells so good. All of the skincare products smell good. I know I've said that like 90 times, but seriously, everything smells so good. So usually my clients will say, "Oh, this smells really good. What is this?" And that's also an opportunity for you to sell them your products. If you are a professional and you have an account with SkinScript or whoever you have an account with, you can, retail their products as well. So when they ask for that, you just let them know what it is, let them know how much it runs, and I'm pretty sure you could sell these. I know we can't sell like the enzymes, but yeah, the cleanser, the basic stuff for sure you can sell through SkinScript, and you can also drop ship. So keep that in mind if you don't have an account. If you don't have the physical products, you can just drop ship them to your customers. Although they do like to be able to take them home, everyone is instant gratification. So if you could have the products in spa, that's going to work out better for you. Retailing is so huge to keep your company afloat. But okay, so yeah, we're just removing this mask. I believe he was asleep at some point. I'm not sure. Or he may have talked through this whole procedure. I actually can't remember. But yeah, then like I said, just that special attention to that mustache and that beard. Don't neglect it. And there he is with the slight smile again. He is clearly enjoying his total body rejuvenation. So this is the under eye serum. I believe that it's just a regular peptide. I can't remember exactly which one this is, but it is the main one that I carry in spa. It's just a light and just light pressure. You don't want to put too much pressure under the eye. And this is the actual anti-aging serum. This gentleman here is in his 40s, early 40s, or he might be 40. I believe he's 40 or 41. Either way it goes, the anti-aging is obviously going to help because as you see, his skin looks 20, and that's always a wonderful thing. And I normally do, it just depends on my time frame, but I normally do like the facial massage as well. But here I'm just going to go ahead and hit the neck and arms so he could relax, and it's going to help him with his comfort. And I did do that with this serum. First, I did the décolleté and neck and neck and shoulder with the serum. And then I'll go through and do the same thing on the other side. And always just keep checking in with your client. Like, hey, are you feeling okay? How you doing? Is everything all right? Or sometimes you ask them, would you like to know what's going on during your facial? Some people say, what's that? What's this? What's that? What are you doing now? Why is that? Why is this? Some people don't at all. So just ask your client so they don't have to keep asking you what's going on with their body and their, skin during the moment. But if they, obviously smell the product and say, oh, what is that? Then you let them know. Some clients don't want to talk at all. Some clients, they come in, they lay down, they're knocked out. That's their nap. If it's like you doing their lashes or their brows or a facial or a total body treatment. So this is just the SPF, and I am pressing it into the skin. Here in Colorado, it has snowed a lot, and you actually need more SPF when the snow is out, which I didn't know that, but yeah, when the snow is out. And this is Skin Script Lip Action, and he still has this smile. This was a lot of fun. I enjoyed this treatment, and that's just a Q-tip. Go ahead and rub that in for me. Yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks so much for watching. I don't think he's ready to get up. But actually, this is me saying thanks so much for watching my video. I'm sorry I haven't been uploading. I am getting better, and I actually have some things that I want to show YouTube. I'm just waiting for the right moment, and I have been studying a lot and just doing a lot. But because Andre 3000 is still playing in the background, I cannot play the audio from this. But this is what I'm saying. Thanks so much for watching, and subscribe to my channel. Bye.